Guys, today we've got the Travis Scott Jordan 1 is going to be easier to cop than you thought. What is going on with Jordan brand? And retros are well and truly cooked. Welcome to the midweek re-up. Typically, we don't really have anything to recap in terms of releases, but today we just got one, and that is the CPFM Nike collab. This literally dropped yesterday, and man, I wanted to pick up some of these pieces. Some of these jerseys looked sick. This entire collaboration was fun. It looked cool, but unfortunately, it was only for you guys out in the US, so let me know if any of you guys picked it up. But let's hop into this upcoming stuff, because boy do we have a weekend ahead of us. We've got a lot going on. So first up, tomorrow is going to be the Nike sneakers app release for the Air Jordan 4 while you're sleeping, whatever the hell we're calling this one. Now this one's weird. So I told you guys, listen, I'm skipping out on the Ma Maniere website release because of the shipping. I don't want to pay for all of that. I'll wait for the Nike sneakers app release. Turns out these things were sitting on the Ma Maniere website. I'm not entirely sure if they're still up or not, but that's crazy. And then I had a little peek at the resale price on these things just to see kind of like, what are they doing? Is the stock super high? Are people not really feeling these things? And yeah, the prices are pretty low. Like some of these last sales are, I believe, under retail price. And this is all before the big Nike sneakers app. It's just crazy. And a Ma Maniere Jordan 4 that is under retail before the full release is insane. I don't even know if it's worth actually buying any of these retro sneakers from the brands themselves. Well, from Nike and Jordan brand. Like if you just wait, you could probably 9 times out of 10 just get it for under retail after the release. We saw that with like the Mocha ones. I was pretty shocked that they sat around. And now a collaboration Jordan 4. So what about the Travis Scotts? Well, that's the next one we want to talk about. And now that I'm thinking about it, we should have a little look at the resale price on those. But just to kind of recap, they're going to be dropping this weekend. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Medium Olive. And we've got some pretty good news for anybody who was after this pair. So as you guys know, typically Travis Scott does a Jordan 1, it breaks records. Everybody is trying to get it. So the entries on the Nike sneakers app is in the millions. The resale price is absolutely insane. We're in a different climate right now. Things are very, very different than they used to be. Couple that with the fact that, like I said, there is going to be more pairs of this medium olive colorway than any other Jordan and Travis Scott collaboration. So we got the numbers over here from Stash Sneakers. 180,000, almost 200,000 pairs of these things were made. And if you contrast that with all of the other different Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows that they've dropped and compare the stock numbers, yeah, these are significantly higher. So again, these are going to be dropping on the 28th along with this clothing collection. So we've got a full list of all of the stuff that's going to be dropping. We got some jackets. This looks like a cropped jacket. Not bad in my opinion. You got some jeans, some hoodies, some t-shirts, and then some more hoodies down here. Some more crew socks as well. Some close-up shots of them. I actually really like this jacket. That is not a bad one at all. So like I said, dropping on the 28th, just remember that there is a bunch of raffles that have already been loaded up right now. Sneaker News did a decent breakdown of most of the raffles. You've got like all of the US ones that are open right now. You got places like Ma Maniere, Foot Locker. Foot Locker? They're not dropping. I don't know how accurate this is, but there's a couple on here that they do have linked. Like Ma Maniere is going to drop them. End Clothing is definitely dropping them. SVD, SNS. There's got a couple Europe ones as well. So yeah, just be on the lookout for a bunch of different raffles. Definitely check out different websites for what they have linked. But the general consensus is enter as many raffles as possible. And also be on the lookout for Travis Scott's website. It just loaded up with a password page saying soon, meaning these could be dropping any day now. It could be tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be on the 28th. We're not entirely sure. They're always random, but typically it's before the Nike sneakers app release. Now, I actually have not had a look at the resale value of these things, so let's have a little peek. Let's see. Wow. Okay, they're definitely more affordable than previous Travis Scotts. It's still a lot of money for a freaking pair of Jordan 1, but it's better than other Travis Scott Jordan 1s that we've seen, especially given that this is such a nice colorway and it's kind of up there with some of the best colorways like the reverse mochas and the regular olives. So that's pretty good. Lower resale value on these things. Once they drop, that drops down a little bit more. You're not going to be paying anything close to what you would have paid for other Travis Scott Jordan 1s in the past. What a time to be alive. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. Are you going to be going for them? And we will catch up if you manage to get them or not on Sunday with Sneaky Sunday. So I'll see you in that one. A couple sneakers that are dropping right around the corner that you might want a reminder of. The NOCTA Hot Step 2s, the triple black colorway. These are going to be dropping through NOCTA at midnight the day before September 27th at midnight. night. And then the following day is going to be the Nike sneakers app for these things. So September 28th, but at midnight, you've got the NOCTA release if you want to go for that. Something a little bit more cool, I think I might actually pick these things up. The ASAP Rocky and Puma collaboration. They've got an entire capsule of sneakers and a bunch of clothing and random accessories as well. So I think the two main kind of flagship sneakers is going to be the Inhale model. This is a pretty affordable pair of shoes. It's got that distressing, but I think it's a really cool look. They've got this colorway, which is going to be dropping tomorrow, the 26th of September. And then they've also got this tan colorway, which is not too bad. I think I prefer the red one, but either way, solid. And then if you're not a fan of all of this distressing that these ones have, you've also got kind of like a regular version with no distressing. This one's also going to be dropping on the 26th. Now, the clothing is pretty extra. A lot of it is also like distressed and kind of expensive, if you ask me. Like this sweater, freaking 210 pounds. That's like $250, $300. Probably a pass for me. You got some jorts. Also, they're so expensive. This is very, very expensive. How the hell are they going to make the shoes the cheapest thing on this goddamn capsule collection? That's ridiculous. Unless you want a puffer helmet, this is going to be a little bit more affordable, but I mean, how often are you going to be rocking this? Honestly, it's not a bad collection. Definitely prefer the sneakers over everything else, but again, this is dropping tomorrow through Puma's website. Also dropping on the 26th is this weird Mostro 3D printed shoe. I think it's very, very cool. I love the look of these things, although from these images, they're looking very plasticky. Some 3D printed methods make the 3D printing shoes like very heavy and not that comfortable, whereas some of the other ones make them lighter and just softer. So I'm not entirely sure how these things are going to go, but the kicker here is that they're going to retail at $250, which is insane. That's expensive. Nevertheless, it's a very cool design. I like it. It's a collaboration with ASAP Rocky, and it's part of the whole capsule. What in the world is going on with it? This is one of the weirdest things I have seen. So the Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagined, supposed to drop literally next month, October the 18th, out of nowhere got postponed to 2025. Now, this is really, really weird because retailers already have pairs of these things in stock. Like they're waiting to release them. They've already got pairs, and suddenly out of nowhere, they're pushed back all the way to spring of 2025. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if we've seen something get delayed this close to launch. Like people have already done reviews. There's a bunch of early pairs floating around on the market. It's a little bit strange that they're only now getting pushed to 2025. And it's got me wondering, like, is this Jordan brand being like, whoa, okay, if the Ma Maniere 4s are tanking, if the Ma Maniere 3s are tanking, if the Mocha 1s are tanking, maybe we need to hold off so that people can have a little bit of a break and push them all the way to 2025. I don't know, maybe they're waiting for like people to be excited about retros again to drop these things. I don't know if it's going to happen in 2025, but I do know that now this being pushed to 2025 adds to an insane list of retro sneakers that we're getting next year. Collaborations, old colorways coming back, and now we have to add these things to the list. I don't know how it's going to go down, because if there's so many releases, we can't buy them all. Like, we'll want to buy them all, but how are we going to afford all of these different shoes? So they don't give an exact explanation as to why they've been delayed. Obviously, this is all back-end stuff, and we could see like some kind of weird release where they do it regionally, like maybe the US does get a release in October, but the rest of the world doesn't, or vice versa. So we're gonna have to wait and see, but all I know is that it's probably gonna make these things, I don't know, harder to get, because what are these retailers gonna do? You think they're just gonna sit there with all of these shoes, or are they gonna, you know, look behind them and see the back door and be like, that's always been there? Why don't we just use that? I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna get some more details on this. It's only just happened, but yeah, Black Toe Reimagined not dropping in October. They are dropping 2025. Speaking of 2025 Jordans, we've got a complete release calendar for summer of 2025, including some updated release dates, so let's go through them. First one up, in April, on the 12th, we're getting the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. That one is a must cop for me. Definitely want to pick those things up. April 19th, we're getting the Air Jordan 5 OG Crepe. The list is going to be pretty crazy. 2025 is madness. 23rd of April, we're getting the Sales Cement Gray Air Jordan 3. Nothing we haven't really already seen. Air Jordan 1 Low Phantom. That's April 26th. That could be pretty cool. April 30th, we're getting the Ferrari 14s. That's going to be a big one. May 3rd, Air Jordan 4 Aluminum. May 10th, we're getting the Air Jordan 1 UNC Lost and Found. It's not called the Reimagined. Well, it's technically called the Reimagined, but it is going to be part of the Lost and Found series, so it's going to have very, very similar storytelling and packaging to the Chicago's. May 17th, we're getting the Mellow 12s. Air Jordan 4 OG White Cement. That release is going down May 24th. May 31st, we're getting the Aqua 8. it's just insane. June 7th, the Igloo Air Jordan 11 lows. June 13th, we're getting another trophy room collaboration, this time on an Air Jordan 6. Couple pairs of Jordan 1 lows. We've got June 18th for the washed teals, June 21st for the rust pink. I swear we had a release of those already. Red 11 lows on June the 21st, and then a couple to be confirmed or to be determined release dates. The Air Jordan 10 steels. I'm not entirely sure when we're going to be getting those. June 28th, though, we're getting the Air Jordan 4 undefeated. This is crazy. What's going on with 2025? The Shadow 2.0 Air Jordan 1 high 85, no confirmed release date. Varsity Red Air Jordan 1. This is woman sizing, but it's going to follow along with some kind of Chicago looking ass Jordan 1. Metallic Gold Air Jordan 5. Swarovski Crystal Jordan 1 lows on May the 15th. Another Ma Maniere collaboration. No specific release date, but it's on another pair of 5s, and it's going to be some kind of like bluish type colorway. May 28th, we're getting an Air Jordan 3 OG SP, probably a collaboration. Special project is what SP stands for. Air Jordan 11 NSDD Dongdan, and that is it. So yeah, it's insane. There's so many of that list, like comparing it to other years, and this is just summer 2025. That's not even the full release calendar for the rest of the year. Right, we've got a couple New Balance pairs that are pretty sick. Let me go through the first one, the 1906M. This is a new model, and it's going to be drawing influence from military footwear, whatever the hell that means in terms of the upper, but what it looks like is pretty sick. So this is like the first look of this new model. Again, the 1906 is something that has been around for ages, but they're doing like little weird iterations on it, making it more utilitarian, making it more distressed. The list goes on. This is the latest version, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So it takes a little bit of inspiration from this model, older New Balance model, the 950 V2, and then we've also got another shot of a metallic version. No release date on either of these, but just know it's coming relatively soon, and I'm a fan. We're going to be getting more colorways of the New Balance 1906A. This is the refined future pack. So we had like the metallic ones with all of those off-cut materials. I loved them. We're getting 2 more colorways on October the 9th. This triple black version, very, very nice for the full time. And then this gray one, which you might even prefer because it shows off all of the off-cut materials a little bit more than the black pair. Nevertheless, it's 2 solid colorways, both dropping October the 9th. We just got detailed looks of something we were speaking about last week, where we found out that Amine has another New Balance collaboration in the works, and now we know it's on the 740 V2. I might actually, no, in fact, I do prefer these to the 610s that he did last year before. This is it right here in this crazy blue and like orangey brown color. So he's still going with kind of like the trail vibe, similar to the 610s. It's just on a different model now and a lot louder. Like, these shots look ridiculously cool. Like, look at this freaking iridescent material around the sides. This is very, very nice. It's loud, but it's nice. I'm here for these things. I think it's weird how like a lot of New Balance collaborations go super colorful. Like the Action Bronson stuff, the Salehe Bembury stuff, like they go crazy with their collaborations, make them super loud. But yeah, you can see the packaging. Release date on these is November the 1st. Amine, New Balance. Let me know what you think of these down in the comments. Adidas, you better be careful. What happened to Jordan Brand with all of these retros might just be coming for you next. Adidas is still pumping out the Gazelles and the Sambas. They're on this wave. Like, it's crazy. You go onto their website and it's like you sort new and it's just all freaking Gazelles and Sambas, and you're like, okay, what else? What else? We got 2 new collaborations, both with footballers. The first one is Jude Bellingham. This is the Adidas Gazelle, and it's dropping October the 15th. Here's a little look at it. What do we got? A signature gold color? Wow. Not the most exciting. Hey, if you're a fan of Jude Bellingham, maybe, but it's still like a little bit of just, you know, a logo slapped on an existing model. Same thing with the Messi joints. We got another Messi and Adidas Samba release, so this one is October the 10th. A little bit of purple on there. Yeah, it's okay. It's really not something that's my thing, and I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired of the Sambas now. Also an October release. This one's a little bit more interesting. We got the University of Oregon Nike Dunk Low What the Ducks of a Feather. So this is something that's been leaked and rumored for a while now. Finally have an official look at these things and a release date, and this is them in all of their craziness. So there's I believe 2 different shoes. Very, very crazy. It's hard to know because they are mismatched, so it looks like we got 4 different pairs, but we got 2 pairs, 4 different shoes, which look pretty different. So this is the first one. Here's the little combo over here. Pretty cool in terms of the color schemes. Like, they're definitely wild, but that's what you're kind of expecting with a What the collaboration. And then this is the second one. I definitely prefer the first one, but still very, very wild. It looks cool. There's a lot of details on here. And again, it's dropping. Is it dropping through Nike? Ooh, okay. So pairs are expected to be limited to around 5,000 pairs amongst the 3 colorways. There's 3. I think one of them we haven't seen yet. So they're going to be dropping first through Flight Club on October the 5th, and then through the GOAT app on October the 11th. Okay, 2 very weird places for these to drop. 2 resale places. Sticking with dunks, we've got some new looks at the Haley Wilson Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. These look much better in this shot than they did in the other ones that we took a look at. Just a little bit brighter. In fact, I do actually really like the colorways on here. A little bit of, you know, the core purple vibes. You just got an iced out outsole this time, which is an interesting combination with these, but that's where you get a lot of these like collab details underneath that outsole, which is pretty cool. The rest of the shoe, not bad. I'm liking these things. Summer 2025. Jaylen Brown is going to be launching his own sneaker brand or shoe. It's going to be like an athletic basketball performance shoe, but it's called 741 Performance. But this is the first look at the shoe. It's actually going to be dropping this month, which is interesting. And he kind of talks about how he was inspired by Kobe Bryant to release his own brand. That's something that was pretty well documented. Kobe was kind of leaked and rumored to want to have started his own brand instead of staying with Nike when he sadly passed away in 2020. Unfortunately, he never had time to create that brand, but that's what's inspiring Jaylen Brown to go ahead and create his own shoe. And it looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. They're gonna be dropping on October the 22nd. Let me know what you think about these. We just got official images of another October release. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low Fortune Fly, the crazy Halloween Jordan 1 Low. That looks pretty interesting. It's definitely got a lot to it. We've got official images now. These images do make it look a lot better than the early ones. The early ones were pretty rough, but yeah, you've got a glow-in-the-dark outsole. You've got crazy eyes on the tongue, which looks insane. That glows in the dark too, by the way, so you're gonna step indoors from outside and be like, whoa. Okay, so this is following the, I think they were like rumored to call Black Panther. Yeah, these are a spider-orientated release, so you've got like this, it's a sticker pack or something like that that's included in the box, which has this giant spider on it. Pretty cool. Let me know what you think about these. It's gonna be a Halloween release, so I assume closer to October the 31st, but no specific release date mentioned. Let's keep it moving. Salehe, Bembury, and Crocs are going to be dropping another pair of Juniper shoes, which is even crazier than both of the first colorways. This one is purple and orange, and then a bunch of other colors slapped on there as well. Salehe Bembury definitely likes to go loud with his collaboration, and this one is definitely loud. So yeah, you can see what it looks like over here. These shots look almost official, so they should be dropping relatively soon. These are going to be dropping at some point this year. No specific release date, so yeah, I'll keep you updated. We just got a first look at the Air Jordan 11 Low Snakeskin. Again, a very, very early image. This is going to be dropping in 2025, and this is the only image we have, so it's literally just this. Let me know what you think. Let's keep it moving. No specific release date on this. This is one of the weirdest launches, Adidas. What's going on with this shoe? I've been trying to grab it, but it's another freaking exclusive, this time with concepts on the Adidas Aruku. So they did like the red colorway, which they teased with Gunna wearing it, but then never actually launched. And then they did the Atmos collaboration, which was exclusive to Atmos. Haven't seen anybody pick those things up. And now we've got a fully reflective concepts collaboration, which again is probably going to be damn near impossible to pick up. This is not a bad colorway at all. I just want to find out if this shoe is actually comfortable. It looks comfortable. They've got this new swirl foam in the midsole, but I can't get my hands on it to try it. It could be trash as well, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Whenever I can get my hands on a colorway, if they actually end up releasing these things, I'll give you guys like a little update whether they are good or not. We just got a massive update for the upcoming Nigo and Nike collaboration. So we know we're getting the Air Force 3 Low. This is the multicolor one. Now this whole thing is going down on October the 4th. We've got an entire clothing capsule to go through as well, but these are the official images of the shoes. Very, very crazy. I was a little bit more interested in the brown and black ones that were initially teased, but hey, this is some kind of Lego Play-Doh ass pair of shoes. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty dope at the same time. Like, I would pick up one of these crew necks, although they are all very, very loud. A lot of people are saying that this is a lazy collaboration. I can definitely see where they're coming from with just the logo, but I mean, it kind of fits. Nigo, is 4 freaking letters, so is Nike. It kind of makes sense that they would do that. But yeah, I can understand where people are coming from when they're saying this is a lazy collaboration. Hey, I mean, the shoes, bringing back an Air Force 3 low is a bold move, so at least they decided to do something different. We just got a detailed look or official images of the upcoming Black Cement 3s. Take a look at this over here, and I love this freaking comment. I think it summarizes this perfectly. The toe ain't right, the shape ain't right. Give me 2 pairs. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. There are some like minor differences to previous Black Cement Jordan 3s, like the elephant print, maybe the shape, although I can't really tell from these shots, and then the leather might be slightly different, but I don't know. I would have to see these things in hand. Either way, I guess a lot of people are gonna, like, people have been wanting this pair to come back for a very long time. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section. Are you gonna be going for these when they drop November the 23rd? This one's pretty funny. So Kai Cenat was streaming the other day, and he was like unboxing these shoes. So basically ASICS sent him over 2 pairs of their own sneakers, and as he was unboxing them, he realized he can't actually wear these shoes because he's in a Nike contract.
Athletic brand, right? They legit sent me something, bro.
And it just got me thinking, like, damn, imagine as like a, let's say you're a sneakerhead, and I'm not saying necessarily Kai Cenat is a sneakerhead, but let's say you got offered a contract. How much would a brand have to pay you to only wear their shoes? For the rest of your life, you can only wear one brand. This one I thought was very interesting and pretty funny. So Michael Jordan finally managed to sell his freaking mansion after 12 years, and he still took a loss. So I don't know if you guys know this story, but it's been bumping around online for the longest time because, again, he has been trying to sell this house for 12 years. So he finally managed to sell it. He originally listed it in 2012 for $29 million, and he pretty much had to cut prices all the way down because he was just not able to get rid of it. And I think it's because he customized the design of this house so much. He had the number 23 on the gate leading up to his house. He had an indoor basketball court, and it sold for around $14.8 million. That's like 50% of what he originally wanted for this freaking mansion. Now, if you want to make sure that you always know what's going on in the sneaker game, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and of course join me on Sunday for Sneaky Sundays. But guys, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for coming through. If you want to check out another video, click that one right over there.